Chapter 1, Force. We need to know first what is force. Force is a physical cause which changes or tend to change the shape, size, state and direction of the body. When a force is applied on a rigid body, it causes motion in the body. When force applied on a non-rigid body, it changes shape or size and motion. Therefore, force applied on non-rigid body is defined as the rate of change in linear momentum, and it is a vector quantity because it has both magnitude and direction. SI unit of force is Newton or kilogram force, represented as kgf. 1 kgf is equal to g Newton, where g is acceleration due to gravity, that means equal to the value 9.8 meter per second square, that is the average value on the earth's surface. After knowing this force, we need to start with moment of force. Here, moment of force, we need to know translational and rotational motion. We know that motion are of different types. A rigid body, whenever acted by the force, have a two types of motion. One is linear or translational motion. Number two, rotational motion. Linear or translational motion, when a force acts on a stationary rigid body which is free to move, the body starts moving in a straight path in the direction of the applied force is called linear or translational motion. You can see in figure 1.1, on pushing a ball lying on the floor, it begins to move. That means it is free. When you kick the ball or when you push the ball, it starts moving where you apply the force in the direction. Number 2, rotational motion. If a body is fixed or pivoted at a point, force is applied on the body at a suitable point. It rotates the body about the axis passing through the pivot point. This turning effect of the force and the motion of the body is called rotational motion. Here in figure 1.2 in the picture, you can see the wheel is fixed or pivoted at its center and a force is applied tangentially on its rim. Tangentially means in the outward side. The wheel rotates about an axis through its center. Similarly, when a force is applied normally on the handle of a door, you can see it begins to rotate about an axis passing through the hinges on which the door rests. Like that, many of the examples we can take up for the rotational motion. Only we need to see here the center is fixed or one point is fixed, so you apply the force to turn the body at its suitable position. Based on this rotational motion, we have moment or turning force, or you can say turning effect or of a force or a torque. Torque is nothing but TORQUE, that is turning effect or moment of force, another way we will say. Here for this we need to know what is turning effect. Already we learned rotational motion. Turning effect depends on the rotational motion. Turning effect on the body about an axis due to the moment of force applied on the body. So here we need to consider an irregular lamina that is in the figure 0.13 in this coming slide. Here in this irregular lamina, in the sense any irregular shaped body which you can see in the slide, which is fixed at not in the center, you can see the pivot point, that is O. Here if the force is applied horizontally on the body with its line of action in the direction AP, means O is fixed at its left side, but we are acting the force from the F side, that is blue line, that is FA. Here means along AP we are applying, the force is unable to produce linear motion of the body here in the direction because it is not free to move. But this force turns the body about the vertical axis passing through the point as shown in the diagram with an arrow, with a blue arrow. That means here you can see the rotational motion. That means you are applying the force in the other direction, not in the free direction. This is a moment of force or turning effect. Turning effect on the body about an axis is due to the moment of force applied on the body. How do we measure The moment of force is equal to the product of the magnitude of the force and the perpendicular distance of the line of action of the force from the axis of rotation. That means here moment of force is equal to force into perpendicular distance. Here force is F capital letter into perpendicular distance is OP. OP is the distance between the fixed pivot point or a fixed point to the turning point, that is OP. Therefore, here we can say unit of moment of force is equal to, from the formula, unit of force multiplied by unit of distance. That means we know that unit of force is Newton and unit of distance is meter, or we can represent Newton meter. When we talk about CGS, unit of moment of force is dyne, that means Newton in dyne, meter in centimeter, dyne centimeter. If force is measured in gravitational unit, then its SI unit is kilogram force into meter. On the other hand, CGS system, for the gravitational unit we take up gram force centimeter, kg as gram, meter as centimeter. Here, when the line of action of force is shown by the dotted line AP, the perpendicular drawn from the pivoted point on the line of action force is OP. Therefore, we take up the formula F into OP. Now, to relate between the Newton meter and the dyne centimeter, we get 1 Newton meter is equal to 10 to the power of 7 dyne centimeter, or 1 kg F meter is equal to 9.8 Newton meter. Next, we'll move on to clockwise and anti-clockwise movement. Here, if the effect on the body is to turn in anti-clockwise movement, the moment of force is called anti-clockwise movement and it is taken as negative. If the effect on the body is to turn in clockwise movement, the moment of the force is called clockwise movement and it is taken as negative. The moment of force is vector quantity because always it shows the direction anti-clockwise or clockwise. While the movement is along the axis of rotation will be outward. In the clockwise movement, the axis of rotation will be inward. Now you can see in the picture that by changing the point of application force shows the anti-clockwise and clockwise movement produced in a disc pivoted at its center by changing the point of application of the force from the point A and B. You can see the disc in the figure 1.4. On the other hand, you can see the changing the direction of the force in the axle. So clockwise and anti-clockwise. Left word shows the anti-clockwise, right side shows the clockwise movement. That means we are